at this point, I still definitely think we're gonna end up testing the bottom of this growth trend again before we see significant upside. We tend to go down and bounce off the bottom of the growth channel, so we could be seeing that play out here. It looks like we're going to meet the bottom of the growth channel before we hit 619. So you know, it's a little bit of what I talked about in some previous videos. Welcome back to another video, traders, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to Tesla Trends. I'm TJ. We got a great video for you today, but before we get into that, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's take a look at the chart. Here's the chart for Tesla. We're on a 10-minute chart, and today we finally had the pullback that we've kind of been waiting for here, down 43 points today, coming almost directly into the bottom of the growth channel here. We've been talking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it looks like it's finally happening. The low today was 625.64. The growth channel is right around 624.69, so not quite all the way into this channel here. Nowhere near this lower support here, but it does appear that we're starting to bounce, at least at the close, and in after hours a little bit of support, or at least the bleeding seems to have stopped. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I was very close to getting call options at close. I was just watching it, and I end up looking at these two charts, the SPY chart and the NASDAQ chart, and deciding to wait until tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you guys why. So here's the SPY 10-day chart. And so looking at this, the question I'm asking myself is, can it pull back any further? And there's a little bit of a level here. I haven't marked it on this chart because, but the line, I think this is the most recent relevant line here, is this downtrend that we had broken the other day, basically off the jobs report anticipation and then follow through. So the answer is, I think we have room to fall. This is the bottom of the long-term growth channel that we've tested twice recently before those jobs numbers came out. And so we're certainly still above that level. We're still above the downtrend that we broke. So we still have room to fall. That's another reason, or that's reason number one why I didn't end up getting any calls before close today. Same thing for the NASDAQ, although it's a slightly different story now after hours, but going into the close today, we were still up around this level here, 620, 25.50 or so. So the next support being all the way down here, being a little bit lower at 324.29. So I'm asking myself, do we have room to go lower on the NASDAQ? Yes we do. So if we have room lower on the SPY and the NASDAQ, I said, all right, let's wait till tomorrow, see if it pulls back a little bit more, testing that, because we've talked about it, guys. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I always talk about the correlation between Tesla and these major indexes. It follows them very closely, as a lot of the market does, but Tesla almost in particular. So if they're going to pull back further, Tesla's probably going to go with them. So I'm going to wait to see if that happens tomorrow. Now, last thing I want to look at in this video, because obviously it's great. We've been talking about it for weeks. We're following the downtrend. We're going into the bottom of the growth channel, and we saw it happen here today. So what can we expect now that, you know, what we've been planning for is sort of coming to fruition? So I'm going to look at a couple of times where this happened recently. The most recent time, a couple of months ago now, was in early March. We just barely kind of sneezed on it and bounced all the way up, never came back down to touch it again. That was during a very strong market, during this pullback from the previous run up to the all-time high post earnings. But I don't even know, you know, if you can really call that bouncing off the channel. We kind of looked at the channel and ran away with that. So this is the most interesting one to me, because these two times we actually got below this channel just briefly. 2 days here we fell below the bottom of the channels here around 410, and it looks like the low on these was 401.88. So about 8 points below, and there's not really support here. There's nothing else to bounce off. This is just the gravity of the channel pulling it back up when investors say, well, okay, we're falling below those levels. Same thing here. You know, it's about 8 points, maybe more. 396, and the channel here is at 404. So yeah, 8 points. And these are all honestly within a 2-week period following that previous earnings report in October, coming back as we talked about, as that pattern tends to do. And these are from 391, we got down to 378, so 11 points or so there, maybe 12 if you want to call that. And then there was let's see, one other time here following the split, and we pretty much came right into it and bounced here. I guess there's a low 308 compared to the channel at 324, so 16 points there. So what can we expect this time? I don't know. I think it depends largely on the market. I guess we could look at the NASDAQ and SPY charts one more time. I think there's an extra added safety net this time around because we actually have a support just below the bottom of the channel here. It's at 619. So I think that's probably going to be the lowest of the low. You know, 620 should be a great entry point. As you know, assuming that we're going to bounce, the market's going to recover, the bull market's going to continue. You know, all those assumptions are obviously at play here. If this is an extended pullback or a trend reversal for the full market, obviously it's not going to work out the way we planned. But you know, we assume that the market is just having a slight correction here. The S&P, as bad as today looks, is down 1% from an all-time high on Friday, guys. So keep things in perspective. This is the all-time high, highest the market's ever been, 423. Today we closed at right around 418, down almost exactly 1%. So it's nothing catastrophic. It's a pullback. It tends to happen every time we hit an all-time high. So I'm assuming that, you know, the market's still very bullish. We're just seeing some profit taking, etc., etc. We should bounce. SPY, and I'll zoom out here too. SPY tends to bounce off the bottom of its growth channel as well. Not always, not perfectly, but for the most part, over the past year, we have moved within this channel, and the times that we have fallen below this channel, we've been bought up fairly quickly to get back into the growth channel and continue to see steady upward movement. NASDAQ, similar, perhaps a little bit more volatile, but we've seen the tech stocks have an incredible year last year, and now some profit taking as those names are being rotated out of and into more value names. But we tend to move within this growth channel here. When we fall below it, we get bought up fairly quickly back into the growth channel, where we see continued steady growth up and to the right. And again, here on the NASDAQ, we have support. We're coming immediately into this support level at 324. It should also help the bounce. So for Tesla, I think you're in a very safe spot. I don't think there's anything especially different about this instance. The market is stronger, you know, than ever from a technical standpoint. So we should expect the same bounce that we've seen the last couple of times. So tomorrow, obviously at the open, I'm going to be watching the NASDAQ and the SPY for direction, assuming that we're going to see a bounce, and hoping obviously Tesla is going to hold these supports here at these levels that we've talked about. And I'm going to look to get some call options in the short to medium short term, anticipating a strong bounce off of the bottom of the growth channel like we've talked about for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I guess we'll see what happens, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And comment below. Let me know what you guys think about today's video. We've had some great comments lately, great questions, and just commentary regarding the larger market action, and I love to hear from you guys. I have no one else to talk to about stocks, so let me know what you think about this video, about Tesla, and about the market climate right now. I'd love to hear from you. If you like my content, please subscribe. I make videos every single day, so come back and see me again tomorrow. And if you want to see more of my videos, you can check out my main channel, Trading Trends, where I look at different stocks, not just Tesla, all the time, and do a similar technical analysis with no hype, just raw numbers for you guys to look at the charts with. So thanks for watching as always, and I will see you guys tomorrow.